Is that working? Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again for another Kickstarter critique. This time I'm doing it live, and we're going to make this hopefully a daily 2 p.m. thing. And right now I'm taking a quick pause trying to make sure that this is actually up and running. But today I'm very excited to be talking about Levitation Masters of Magic. And before we get into that, I want to give a big shout out to Sea Rovers, which has 20 hours left to go, 19 hours left to go. It's currently down 4 rows, which is spectacular. No, you shut your mouth. What did I do? Oh my gosh. I apologize for that. We currently are 4 rows down and funded. They implemented some of the tweaks that I thought they might want to consider, and it looks like it's really helping out, along with just a lot more social media presence. So huge shout out to Sea Rovers. But today I'm really excited to be talking about Levitation Masters of Magic. So the first thing that caught my eye was when I looked at this game, and I looked at the Board Game Geek page to make sure it had a Board Game Geek, was that it had videos from Richard Ham, Rondo Run-Throughs, and the Dice Tower, and Tantrum House. So they clearly put some time and effort pre-Kickstarter, but let's check it out. $11,370 of a $16,000 goal, 296 backers, and 3 days to go. A die drafting, worker placement, engine building game for 2 to 5 players set in the golden age of stage magic. Now, all those words by themselves sound very appealing to me. Like, those are words that should get gamers excited, so let's try and figure out what exactly is turning off so many people.
Throughout time, people have loved magic. In fact, I liked it so much my friends started calling me Joe Magic. I also love board games, so my son and I created a board game called Levitate. Joe Magic Games presents a board game that takes you to another time. Levitation, Masters of Magic, is a game of die drafting, worker placement, engine building, and it's for 2 to 5 players set in the golden age of stage magic. Roll the custom dice with these magic symbols and choose your teacher. And get ready to stun it.
Okay, so the first thing that I'm noticing here, and I want to know what other people think as well, is everything around this so far feels very mass markety. It just everything about this just kind of popping out, and the dice, and just everything seems very mass market, which I don't think is the market that they're necessarily trying to go for. But let's keep going.
And amaze your audience. Draft a die and build your show. These illusions make the engine that takes you to the largest cities of the 19th century. Each card gives you special advantages. Each city gains you more acclaim, and in turn gets you in front of audiences large and small. Then you choose how points are assigned for you and no one else. As the game goes on, you'll gain points for entertaining in the largest cities, having the most secrets of a certain kind, and presenting shows with the most flair and spectacle. Build your show carefully. A creative mechanic for turn order so you don't always follow the same player, and a wide variety of card effects and player goals so no game will be the same. You will learn from the 3 most powerful stage magicians of the 1800s, Howard Thurston, Harry Keller, and Alexander Herman. They will teach you stunning illusions using technology, sleight of hand, the use of accomplices, gadgets, and camouflage. Gain points for these types of mechanics, but only the first player to choose those points receive.
Okay. I like a lot of what's going on right here. I really do. I think the game looks really cool. I think the mechanisms look really cool, but I feel like you're just trying to fit too much into this video. This feels like a how-to-play video. This video right here, at least in my personal opinion, should be a quick hitter, something that's going to draw my attention to the game, and then get me to click on this video down here that tells me in depth all the details about your mechanisms. Like, I just feel like this video needs to be compressed. I just can't. The deeper we get into the video, the more I shake the mass markety feel, but just the beginning of the video did that for me. But I don't know. Let's keep going.
Be the master of close-up magic, medium-sized tricks, or dominate the stage with gigantic effects, with elephants and carriages. When one teacher is out of dice, simply re-roll all dice and keep the magic going. Each effect learned reveals a magic experience with Kickstarter additional cards.
Okay, yeah.
Kickstarter additional cards unique effects.
No. This should not be at the 2:38 moment of this video. This is the stuff that's going to get people interested in the game, that are going to keep bringing people back. You need to put that sort of thing, that we've got this. I've got all these cool mechanisms, but we're going to unlock a whole bunch of different stuff during this campaign. And how many people, and you can actually look at this as a designer yourself, if you create your own Kickstarter page, can see when the fall off on your video is. And I think you need to look at that. And if it is something where I'm saying where they're falling off in like the first minute to 2 minutes, they're not even getting to this point where they're learning about this cool stuff. So hopefully you mention it towards the top of your Kickstarter. Now this over here is a really interesting one as well. 18 created. That is a lot of games. I kind of want to take a look at these and see what we got going on here, because, you know, if there's a red flag on the last Kickstarter, okay, funding unsuccessful earlier this year. Let's take a look at this Kickstarter page. So 21,000, 3,500. Okay. I like the look of this page, but that's hard to judge. So that one's really interesting. And then let's see this one. Let's make sure this funded all right. 10 backers. That looks very... Okay, that's a red flag. I'm not going to lie. That's just a total red flag right there. What is this? This is so bizarre. Instantly turned off by the hyper-sexualized cover. Does her shirt really need to be busting open? And the fact that only magicians are white men. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Kate. I did not notice that from the Joe. Let's check this out. Okay, we got the dude. Okay, I see. Yeah, on the box. She's popping out there. I see what you're saying there. I would not have noticed that, so thank you for putting that input into there. That's just not something that I really would see. But yeah, so I'm looking back at their last Kickstarter before this one, and it's like, there's only 10 backers. What is that? That's so, let's see what this one is. President Zeus, 1 good lightning bolt. 44 backers. Okay, so they're making small print runs of games, which is great. I love this. I think this is spectacular. So I'm not ready. And this looks to be a much larger game. No, that one looks big too. You know what? Actually, I see this, and I think this could turn off some people too. Like if you actually clicked on this and you look at this and you say, I have not heard of any of these games. Instead of saying, wow, this person really has fine-tuned their game design craft, I almost wonder if people are saying, wow, he just makes a lot of games that aren't great. But look at that. That looks so cool. I want that game. A stadium game? All right, getting off topic. I just want to look at the stadium game. That looks super awesome. I wish that would have funded. Oh, it did, because of the $35 goal. That is so... Yeah, that's a red flag. I can't help it. That just... That nickel and dimes it Pony shows it a little bit for me. But anywho, let's go. Game overview. Joe Magic presents a board game that takes you to another time. Levitation, Masters of Magic. 2 to 5 players, ages 12 plus, 60 to 90 minutes. Kickstarter only. Okay, good. So you are showing me the Kickstarter only stuff here. Cup in ball round marker. 50 metal acclaim cubes. 50 wooden ticket tokens. So this is the kind of thing that you need to have in that first 30, 45 minute of the video, I think. Because this is cool. I see this cup and ball round marker, and I'm a Magic fan, and instantly I'm a little bit more intrigued by this game. So I feel like this totally should have made the video. Because here's the thing, if you're not interested in the video, are you even bothering to scroll down? Let me know in the chat. Do you even bother to scroll down if the video doesn't intrigue you? Think about that for a second. I don't think I do. Like, if the video doesn't grip me, I'm out. I mean, obviously, for the segment's a different story. In the box, 20 custom dice, 50 acclaim cubes, 50 player tokens, board, 48 illusion cards. Ooh, little light on the cards there. I see this, and it makes me worry a little bit about the amount of game. Now, I guess that's going to come down to the player tokens. Perfect game for me. That's great, but it doesn't actually tell me anything. I like the historical aspect of the game. Okay, we literally wanted to keep playing. Okay, so these are videos. These are good videos. These are big, heavy hitters. These are people who generally move the needle, and this time, that is not the case. So what is it? I didn't notice that too, but very good. Okay. So let's check the price. $35 the basic level. That's not bad at all. That's 175 backers. This is clean. I like this. This is what I wish more pledges over here. Just, you want the basic or you want the special? Good stuff. This is great. Where's the shipping? Let's make sure shipping is down here. But clean, clear. You got the videos, stretch goals. You haven't hit the stretch goals. I'm sure that those would be much more appealing, but let's see. Mystery illusions, because that's what we want. We want more cards. 50 deluxe flair tokens. Illusion dice tower. Ooh, that's fancy. Wow. How to play. Okay. Fancy looking graphics. Looks good. Everything about this is looking relatively good. Let's take a look at the rule booklet. Get a quick look at that. I want to zoom in on that. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what. She is really popping out of the top. I see exactly what you're talking about now. I'm really glad you mentioned that because I could see that immediately turning some people off as well. Die rolling cup. Oh, I see die rolling cup, and I just think mass market like Uno, Rummy, like Yahtzee. I don't know if a die rolling cup is something I'd recommend. Maybe I don't know. So that's what I'm really noticing here is I'm worried immediately about the variability of this game with only 48 illusion cards. So that makes me think that this is more like a gateway style game, which if that's the case, that's spectacular, but I don't know if I'm getting the gateway vibe, but it's 60 to 90 minutes. Like, what is this game? I still don't feel like I have a solid grasp of what I'm backing here. Is this a medium weight? Is this a lightweight? Now, if I watch the other videos, I'm sure I'd get a feel for it, but I still feel like I should have that feel for it before I get there, but nothing that I'm seeing is a huge enough red flag to turn people off, I would say. Play online for free, awesome. 20 magic tricks, great. Pledge levels, you know what? I might have the pledge levels above the 20 magic tricks, but that's just me. Yeah, basic. What is this? The Master, 1 copy of Levitation, your choice of one of these Joe Magic games. Huh. So, I look at those pile of games, and I don't feel quality. Like, I just don't. I'm not like, man, those games are going to blow my mind. I think we get back to the original point, which is that right now, I see a company that's made a lot of games, and none of those games have really left a strong mark on people. And I'm in the know. Like, I'm in the know of the hobby. I follow games. So if I'm like saying that, imagine just your typical Joe Schmo. So that, I don't know if I like that pledge level. Let's see. How many people are getting that pledge level? 109. That's a decent number. But I don't know. This is such a weird Kickstarter. So $13 shipping to $22 shipping. That also feels, that makes me feel like it's a medium weight game. $13 to $22. So we're looking, so that's a wide range too. Why is that range so wide? Like if it's $13 to $22 based on whether you get the basic or whether you're getting the premium one, I feel like you should specifically put that there. So that way, if I'm just getting the basic one, if I don't want any of the other games, it's like, okay, $13. Now I'm looking at $48, and I can stomach $48 for a game that I think is a medium weight game. I think it's light. I don't know. So because I bet that's exactly what it is. I would be very curious to know that. I bet the $22 pledge is if you get the $22 shipping is if you get the 47, and the $14 is if you get the 35. And I bet he's going to ship it in the medium flat rate box. I'm going to guess that's probably what's going down. But you need to let people know that, because when I see $13 to $22, I say, okay, I can stomach $13 shipping this game. Not the biggest fan of it, but I can stomach it. But $22, it's a bit much. Risk and challenges, okay. So, I see a lot of, really odd red flags here, but some of them, you obviously can't fix. Like, you can't just scrub your track record. I mean, you could just start a new game company. That's what, that's what Game Salute did. But, I guess you can. I guess you really can. And honestly, I can't help but saying, I wonder if that's the way to go. Here, I imagine you have no desire to do that at all, but it's something to consider, because I feel like these games might be fantastic, but if people don't know those games and they've never heard of those games, I think it lessens their expectations for this game. And if I'm going to be spending $57 potentially on this game, I want a little bit more reassurance. But I'm very interested to see what other people say. So let's take a look at the updates, comments. We're over halfway there and still growing. We got 5 hearts, no comments. New logo done. Thank you all for your input in creating a new logo. So there was an old logo. What was the old logo? The voting was unanimous. Here's the... is she wearing a top? Is she is that... I can't tell. I wish I knew how to zoom. Internet, help me. Oh, there it is. All right. Let's see. Why? Oh my gosh, I feel like such a perv right now. Okay, yes, let's look. It looks to be much more. She appears to be much more closed. So they actually, I'm gonna guess that someone said the exact same thing and was like, you know what, you should fix that. They're like, yeah, we probably should fix that because that's just an easy thing to fix. And it's not. I mean, yeah. So let's see. They're active. Ooh, cancel their pledge. Number 7 game of the month. Congrats. Awesome. Thanks. This person canceled the pledge. Thanks for the insight. See a lot of people. 2 people canceling their pledge. Okay. They're pretty active here. So I'm a little bit stumped, to be honest with you. I don't think it's a terrible page. It's just, I think the main thing here is I don't know what I'm getting. A lot of what you're showing me feels lighter. Like, it just feels lighter. It has a cheaper feeling. It feels more like a GameCraft or a lighter weight game. But a lot of what you're showing me says medium weight Euro, boom. And I want you to lean one way or the other into it. And I feel like the way to do that would be, as much as I hate to say it, maybe having somebody else do your video for you. Saying these are the highlights of the game. There's this new mechanism when it comes to turn order. We're using historically themed magicians because I feel like the magician theme is one that a lot of people really do enjoy. And but I feel like that video, that opening video, and let me know, anybody in the chat, let me know what you thought. Did that video, it didn't scream to me like, wow, this is a medium weight Euro that I'm going to keep on my shelf for a long time. Whereas Tricerian, it just has that feel. When I saw that video, I was like, oh, this looks like something that's going to be different and unique and meaty and something that's going to sit on my shelf. I didn't get that feeling with what was presented in this Kickstarter video. And I just feel like and then when I started to look through the older projects, $400 funding goal, that looks bad. But let me know what you all think in the comments down below. And actually, I kind of want to. I won't do this because somebody gave me their thoughts on it. I want to go check and see what they said. But this has been the first ever live Kickstarter critique. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. How was the sound, the audio, all that good stuff? Because hopefully I'll be doing it again tomorrow as well. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.